We'll now move on to the next data structure in Redis called hashes. Even before looking at hashes, let us take a look at representing objects. We all know what an object is from object-oriented programming concepts. When you talk about objects have a lot of properties. So what are these properties? Properties are nothing but field value pairs. For instance, I've taken a student object and I've mentioned some of the properties of the student object. So you can see here name, address, gender, phone are some of the properties for every student object. And how you represent a specific student, I have given it here. So you see here name is nothing but the field, whereas RAM is the value for the field. So an object is represented using field and value pairs. Address here is the field, whereas Vellore is the value. In Redis, you use hashes to represent objects like this. So what is an hash? An hash is nothing but a data structure used for representing field value pairs of an object. So when you think of representing objects, you have to consider the hash data structure in Redis. Is that clear? So I have given some examples of some more object representations here. So now let us take a look at the definition for hashes in Redis. Hashes are nothing but the perfect data types to represent objects. And as seen in the previous slide, an hash can hold many field value pairs for a particular object. And that's it. Now let us dive into the commands that are used for working with hashes in Redis. These commands are as usual pretty simple, and they are very similar to the commands that we have learned with sets and sorted sets. Let's take a look at some of the commands here. And we'll start with hset first. Hset is used for setting a field value pair. For instance, we have name and RAM, right? So this is a field, this is a value. Hset is used for setting a field value pair. And HMSet is nothing but multiple field value pairs can be set using HMSet. So HGet is for getting the value for a particular field. HMGet is for getting multiple values for multiple fields. HKeys is for getting all the fields in a hash, whereas HVals is for getting all the values in a hash. When I say fields, it's about the name, address, phone, gender. When I talk about the values, it's the values that map to every field. And hgetAll is for getting all the fields and values in a hash structure. And h length is for getting the number of fields. So it just gives you number of fields in your hash data structure. And we still have some more simple commands here. H increment by. So what this is used for is you can go to a particular field and you can increment the value of the field by whatever count you want to increment it. And hdelete, this is used for deleting a field value pair inside a hash structure. And hExists determines whether a particular field exists inside a hash structure. For instance, you can check whether the name field exists inside a hash structure. Whereas hdelete is used for deleting a field inside the hash structure. So the commands are very simple, and we'll be working with these commands now, and we'll be finishing it off very quick. Okay, for our exercise, let us consider this particular object now. The object name is Satish Cart, and it is just simulating an online shopping cart. For instance, let's assume that Satish has added all these products to his online shopping cart. So we have the field to be sanitizers and count to be 4, soap to be the field, and the value is 20. Again, masks is one more field and the value is 30. Gloves is one more field and the value is 10. So we're going to use the hash data structure in Redis, and then we are going to create this particular object or represent this particular object called Satish Cart. Okay, to perform this, we have to first start adding items by using hset and hmset. Let's go and create this in Redis. Let's open our editors now. Okay, let us now go and quickly create this object Satish Cart using the hash data structure in Redis. Let us use the headset command to add a field value pair to this structure. So this is how you use headset. It's headset, and then you give the name of the object Satish Cart, and then the field is sanitizers, and then the value for the field is 4. So 1 year represents the field value pair was added to the structure Satish Cart. Let's go and add the next item. We'll use headset again. It's headset. Give the name of the object Satish Cart and then the field name. So the count is 10. Okay, we have added two field value pairs to our structure. Now let's take a look at the next command, that is hm set. So m here means multiple. So we can set multiple fields and multiple values in the same command. Let's go and try this. We give hm set and then we give the name of the object. And then what we do is we give the product name, say marks, and then 20 is the value. Gloves is the next field, and then 30 is the value. So we have added multiple field value pairs to our hash data structure. So that's the use of hset and hmset. Now let's go to hget and hmget. So what is the use of get? Get is used for getting a value corresponding to a field. For instance, I want to know what is the value corresponding to masks in my structure. How can I do that? I use hget, give the name of the object Satish Cart, and then you give the field for which you want to fetch the value. So 20 is the value corresponding to masks. Suppose I want to get the value for gloves. How can I get that? It's hget and then name of the structure and then the field. So 30 corresponds to the value mapped to this field gloves. Is that clear? Very simple. So now let us move on and let's look at further commands. hmget, it's getting multiple values for multiple fields in the same command. So let's try and get the value for gloves and masks in the same command using hmget. It's hmget, give the name of the structure and then you give the fields. So first one is masks and second one is gloves. So it fetches me 20 and 30 corresponding to masks and gloves. You want to return multiple values for multiple fields, you go with hmget. Let's take a look at the other commands. So we have hkeys here. Hkeys, what it does, it returns all the fields corresponding to my structure, and hvals, what it does, it returns all the values pertaining to my structure. So let's go and try these two simple commands. So hkeys, and then we give the name of the structure Satish Cart. So it returns all the fields corresponding to my structure. If I want to just view the values, what I have to use? Hvals Satish Cart. So now this gives me only the values. If I want to view both the values and the fields together, the command that I'm going to use is the next command, hgetAll. So let's go and try hgetAll. So it's hgetAll and then you give the name of the structure. So it returns the field value pairs. All the field value pairs will be returned from your structure. Okay. The next command that we're going to look at is HLEN. What is the use of HLEN is it returns the count of the number of fields in your hash structure. So for instance here, how many fields I have? I have 4 fields: sanitizers, soap, masks and gloves. So it returns me the count of the fields. So let's try and use that. It's HLEN and then you give the name of the structure Satish Cart. So you see here the count is 4. So here the fields represent these things: sanitizer, soap, masks and gloves. Okay, that's it. Okay, let's look at 3 more simple commands before we wind up this session. Let's take a look at this command. It is called h increment by. For instance, let's say that Satish added 10 more gloves to the cart. Then we have to go and increment the value of gloves by 10. For this, we are going to use h increment by. So it's HINCR by. You give the name of the structure and then the product or the field for which you want to increment, and then the number or the amount that you want to increment. So it's 10. So now it returns the incremented value or the incremented result. Okay, let's go and use hgetAll and let's see what are the updated values in the cart. Okay, I have left an H there. It's hgetAll Satish cart. Okay, so now you can go and see here gloves, the value for gloves got incremented by 10. So that is the use of increment by. Suppose I want to set this value back to 30. Suppose I want to set this value back to 30. I can use hset for updating an existing value. Let me tell you how to go and set this value back to 30. It is hset and then you give the structure name Satish cart and the product or the field is gloves and then the value is 30. So now if you go and do an hgetAll on Satish cart, you can see the value for gloves got set as 30. Hset can be used for adding new key value pairs. At the same time, it can also be used for updating an existing field, the value for an existing field in the structure. So is that clear? So we have two more simple commands. Hdel. The use of hdel is for deleting a field from the structure. We can delete a particular field from the structure. Say Satish is not happy with the product by name gloves. You want to delete that. So how we can go and delete that is just use this command hdel and then give the name of the object and then the field which we are going to delete. Okay, here integer 1 means that field got deleted. We can go and check that with hgetAll and then we give the name of the objects. So now you can see the field gloves got removed from the structure. And the final command we have is hexist. Hexist is used for checking whether a particular field exists inside a hash structure. So let's go and quickly check that. Let's check whether soap exists inside our hash structure Satish cart. So we use h exists and then we give Satish cart to be the object name and then we give the field name. So h exists actually returns a boolean value. It's either 1 or 0. Here 1 means true. It means soap exists inside our structure. And let's check for the item that we have deleted just now. H exists Satish cart and then let's check for gloves. It returns a 0. It means that gloves is not part of our hash structure. Okay, that's it. We have practiced all the commands and I hope that you now know the difference between set, sorted set and hashes. And whenever you come across using objects with a Redis database, you have to think about using the hash data structure. Okay, that's it for our class today. Thank you.